Testing. One, two. Computer has changed a built-in microphone. Hello? Testing. What? Okay, microphone. One, two. Computer has changed a built-in microphone. Where's that coming from? Testing. Hello? Oh, yeah, what's your home say? Okay, now they can hear it. Yep. Testing. One, two. Microphone. Computer has changed a built-in microphone. Okay, now they can hear it. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I just gotta get the link. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I'll post this link real quick. Can you put a custom thumbnail on this thing? Because this book. Well, I don't know nothing about computers. Yeah, because I don't like this one. I can't. I think I'm pretty sure because of this picture here. Here we go. Let me go. Let me see. Just double check. You can hear yourself, right, Trevor? Yep. Okay. It's okay. Hey, what's up? Oh, shit, let me get a fry, man. Yeah, fry. Okay. All right. So. All right, Trevor. Yeah. Yeah, get close to your mic. All right. We need some hot music. We need some music for the show. All right. So what's going on, my friends? Is your friend Jay the coach? And right next to me, right to my right, we got my man Trevor, the Trap House King, the one and only, the man who has done it all, has seen all, just so insightful when it comes to relationships, really, and being an alpha, right? Not a beta. So anyway, so it's gonna be a great show, and it's gonna be the first of many. This podcast is officially called Let's Talk with Jimmy the Coach, and obviously we're gonna bring some awesome people on board. So today, I just want to have some conversation, man. It's Mother's Day tomorrow, a very important day, obviously. I mean, whether you are in a good relationship with your mother or not, very important, for a different variety of reasons. And we're also going to talk about this. Want to talk about this fight, man. I'm really curious to know, like, your ideas, your insights, and just really what do you guys think about this fight that's coming up? Or is it like June 6th and shit? Within Logan Paul and fucking Mayweather. What's going on with that, right? It's crazy, yeah. And then obviously I want to hear something about Trevor and his some advice, his relationship advice. I mean, we got or dating advice. We got the summer coming here. We got the what is it, Hot Boy Summer or what? Here in Chicago or
Never had hot
bad
boy summer. Go ahead,
bad
say that
boy
shit again.
bad boy summer or
No.
man, Trevor's not from around here. He says different things. Whatever you want to call it, it's gonna be lit. He's gonna give us some advice on how to land some honeys, right? When we go out. So yeah, we gotta get back on it, or at least I do. So here, let's hit it off. First of all, let's talk about this. Trevor, you came all the way from where is it again? Where are you joining us from here? Get close to
Um,
your microphone here.
so yeah, I just came to Chicago from Manhattan.
Manhattan.
I was living in downtown Manhattan, right by the stock exchange in Midtown, near Times Square and stuff. But yeah, came in Chicago in June and never had it's been a great experience being here. So
Yeah, shout out Manhattan.
yeah,
Uh, New York. I heard that New York is gonna like fully reopen soon too, right? Like in June or something. Yeah.
it's one of those things where before I moved to Chicago, I was working in the nightclubs, doing some promoting and stuff, and it was really really good. And that's how I was, what I was doing part time for a job, and it sucked when the pandemic happened, but we're coming back. So
Oh yeah.
it's definitely a hype, getting back to where we were.
Facts, big facts. Yeah, for sure. We're coming back strong. So I look forward to visiting New York, most likely in June. And June is gonna be my time. It's gonna be my time to shine. It's gonna be going out there, traveling, and get to explore. But it's interesting because I was somebody who was like opposed to like exploring the country. I'm like, man, I'm gonna outside. It's too typical. You want to travel within, but I'm like, nah. When the pandemic hit, I was like, wow, the stuff that I was able to learn and like sightseeing and shit in this country alone, I was like, okay, okay, I see. So, things happen for a reason. So I'm definitely gonna be checking out other states, and New York is on one of them. So actually, New York City to be specific. So that's where it's at, man. So good to have you here again, man. So let's talk about this upcoming fight. So I want to hear your opinion, and obviously you're gonna let this people speak. You guys are free to comment, DM us and shit. What are your opinions on this? Because I know that's like the biggest thing right now in like in the news, pop culture, and all that shit, right? This fight between fucking Money Mayweather and Logan Paul.
TMT.
Yeah, TMZ. There we go. So what is? As I know my opinion, I'll tell you all day. Feel about this, Trevor. What do you feel about this? What do you call? What would you call it? An epic fight, epic failure, or what do you consider this, man?
This is some bull crap with some YouTube stars coming out. And they got a lot of clout, and them trying to make a scene for themselves. And I think it's a bunch of bull because these accomplished athletes are fighting these YouTube stars, and they're just letting them win. They're not actually fighting them. Ben Askren didn't try to fight Jake Paul.
Yep.
Logan Paul, KSI beat Jake Paul, and he wasn't even a fighter, like an actual fighter.
Right.
It's kind of just it's definitely a revenue. It's a revenue game, and it's definitely gonna be for the money.
It's a money thing.
And I think if Floyd's smart, I mean, if Floyd has an amazing career. I mean, he could either throw it or he can. There's two things gonna happen. Either Floyd's gonna throw this match, or Floyd is going to beat the shit out of Logan Paul. Right? What do you think that kid stand a chance?
Hey, speaking of clout, fucking Logan Paul has like 19 million. I just 19 million fucking followers.
That's so
you know what? Just because 19 million, I have to follow him now. I literally never thought of it, but like, yeah, you should follow this guy.
That's so irritating.
19 million fucking followers. So yeah, definitely got clout. And I was hearing I was hearing his like input on why would he take on this fight, right? And I understood it, but I took it two different ways. I understood it from both sides, but I still kind of lean more towards like it shouldn't happen. Well, first of all, one of the things that Mayweather was saying is that because he's an entertainer, and given he is a fucking entertainer, he doesn't need social media. He got it like that. He's his experience, his record, just who he is. He has that aspect of it, the non-social media, just branding himself, which is amazing, right? and that's part of the entertainment side. And then fucking the Logan brothers, they're like all social media. It's like they own that shit. Regardless of how you feel about them, they know social media, and they obviously they've been very successful with it. So he sees like the non-social media like marketing business side of things coming together with the social media. It's literally like a fucking a win-win. It's gonna be the huge it's just a huge monumental thing when you bring those two aspects together, which is like the non-social media marketing side and then the social media marketing side together. It's like wow, one. So I see that part of it. It's gonna draw in, of course, a shitload of money, shitload of views. But then on the other side is like, what the fuck? Like I should have looked it up. I think Logan hasn't even did he even win a fight, right? I think he's like 0-1 or probably like 1-1 or something. Like he's not even. If anything, my thing was like Jake Paul, right? Which is beat Ben Askren. Like he could have probably done it. And it's funny because we all know right now that there was that altercation the other day when he fucking took Mayweather's hat, took his hat off and shit,
That
like
motherfucker was
like
give
a
him my
savage,
respect.
right? He's like, got your hat. And I will say some things about that. But first, it's like, yeah, if anything, that guy, because that guy is ballsy, and he just came. He's winning like back to back. But like Logan is like, I don't know. I don't feel it, and it's super like yeah. It's not even comparable when it comes to like skill sets and shit like experience. And then it's kind of like sad. It's like man, I want to see Mayweather. I want to see you come back and fucking fight a real fighter. Like
Yep.
like put your title, put the record on the line,
I would
or one or the
I
other.
would have if he even came back and fought Canelo. That would be
Yeah,
that would be sick.
Canelo too.
That would be I'd like that.
He said something towards that respect. I watched that too on YouTube. They brought up Canelo, and then Canelo had mentioned that if him and Mayweather would have fought in each other's primes, that the outcome would have been different. But you know what? I give it up to Mayweather. He had a fucking epic response, and what he said is true. He's like, "Well, I fought Canelo, and I was an old man when I fought him." So like, dude, he shot him down. Like, yeah, because that is epic. That's an epic response. Because yeah, that probably would have been more dangerous. I mean, I love Canelo and everything, but maybe now though. But the thing is, it's uneven now because he even admits he's an old man. He's like 44 years old now, so it just wouldn't happen. If anything, Pacquiao and Mayweather too, because they're both up there in age and shit. That would be
Canelo's
epic.
40.
No, Mayweather's 44.
Oh.
Mayweather. He
Okay,
consider
so
he acknowledges like I'm an old man. But yeah, the Mayweather Pacquiao too would be epic. Would definitely. But you know what? And one thing I would say real quick about boxing and promoting, like boxing does need this fight because boxing has been dying out. Like the promotion and shit. I found out that just to fight a see this is what people mess up. This is what the promoters mess up. The fight with Mayweather and Pacquiao took 5 years to make. It should have never happened because you see these YouTube stars. What happens? They get a fight right away. They want to make it happen right away. The whole Mayweather fight, boom, like right, like they just made it happen right. It happened with boxing promoters have fucking taken such a 5 years to put the fight together, which you gotta think about it. It did play a role into why one guy won and the other lost too. 5 years is just way too long to make them. So that's what I would say about that. But yeah, that's my input on it. I feel like yeah, it's good for business. Obviously people are gonna make money from it, but it's gonna be like yeah, it's not even like worth like as it shouldn't even be in the ranks of a boxing match. That's just my opinion. But I'm curious to find out what do you guys think about this. So go ahead, let me know in the video or fucking send me a DM or send my man a DM. Just let us know what you think, and are you gonna pay for this fight, or are you gonna most likely live stream, find a live stream and watch it, right?
Run some bootsy ass fucking like
Yeah,
internet fucking address.
yeah, fake
Fucking try to
those fake
unwire from the
videos.
next fucking
Yeah,
favorite fucking
exactly.
channel.
That's what people were doing with the.
They're charting for this fucking event.
Yeah, dude, it's like fucking $50. It's just a quick 50. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, they're gonna make their
How are you
bread.
about to charge $50 for a fight?
Right, that's the point. That's what I'm saying. But
if
people
he
want to
was
see
if
this.
he was fighting Canelo,
Yeah,
that could go up to like 150. I'd actually watch that.
yeah.
But
But
I have a feeling this kid's gonna get knocked out.
oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. See, I don't know about that one. I don't know if it's gonna be a knockout. Another thing too
Logan's
that
not gonna win this.
I mean, it's an exhibition fight. That already it alleviates some of the problem. So regardless, let's just say Mayweather hypothetically gets knocked out or he gets like beaten by points or whatever.
It doesn't really
It
record.
doesn't ruin his record, which is kind of shitty too. It's like, like that's why it kind of just it does something to the sport when you're doing exhibition fights. And all his last fights has been exhibition. So
The problem here now is though all the now that these
yeah,
not these they now that these YouTube stars and these influencers think because
yeah.
Jake Paul beat Ben Askren, Logan Paul or Jake Paul beat who's
He no Jake Paul beat Ben Askren. Logan is
Logan
yeah.
who did
I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know.
Nate Robinson
Oh, he was the one.
knocked
Wasn't
out
it?
Nate Robinson.
No, that was wasn't it Jake?
All right,
Yeah.
so Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson, right?
Let me see.
So
We'll look up.
now you got kids from the Sway House, you got people from TikTok thinking that they can scrap, and
Mm,
it's 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 kind of making boxing look bad, right? If you could think about it a little bit.
yeah. See, look. Even that's what I thought. It says, what is Logan Paul's record? He's open one.
Yeah,
Paul's only professional boxing experience ended in a decision loss.
he lost
So
to KSI.
you see what I'm saying? Is like that's what I was saying. If anything, you put him against fucking Jake, not Logan. I mean, why? But it's funny, like
I need to see Logan crack Jake. That'd be a good one.
you go. That's the move.
Like,
Logan versus
like,
Jake.
like two airhead, one
Right.
airhead versus like a fucking airhead time.
Oh shit! Like you ever have two drunkers, like two dudes that are so fucking drunk at the club, just going at each other. That's what it's gonna be
It
like.
really
That's
is.
what it's gonna be
I
like.
mean, it's just like it's just
Alright.
two kids, two guys with the biggest egos.
Yeah.
I just want to see them fight, and then they could retire because after they fight each other, there's
Yeah.
really no more shit to be talked about.
Yeah, exactly. After they do that, that's it. They're done. So that's what's up, man. So again, just let us know your input. What do you feel about this fight? Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna pay to watch it? Are you gonna fucking I don't know, order food and watch it? Make a family event out of it? I don't know, but what do you feel about it? Let us know.
Are you gonna sell someone else's internet and get the
Just for this fight,
just for this
right?
fight?
You can do something illegal just for this fight. You're like fucking. It's like the fucking the girls who are like selling everything they have for Bad Bunny tickets. Like, come on, dude. Are you gonna do that for this fight? And sell
Girls,
everything you
girls
have
be
to
selling
support
their
this
livers
fight,
and shit.
right?
And
just,
their fucking
just to,
bioplasma.
right, just to fucking get a seat all the way in
In
the
the
fucking
fucking
back.
back.
Way, I'm like, wow, okay. But anyway, so yeah, just let us know. Now, fucking next off, I want to talk about so tomorrow is Mother's Day, and Monday if you're if you have Hispanic background, Mexican on Monday. So, Trevor, are you doing anything for your mom? Are you doing anything for the mother?
Man, I hope she ain't watching this. I still haven't gotten a gift. I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
Son of the year fail.
Yeah, there we go. Send him his award. Put your address on the video description below. No, but yeah, I mean, I'm guilty as charged. See, it's like, man, what do you get your mom at this point? I mean, if you're like, if you obviously you're really young, you're more creative, but like when you get to a certain point, it's like, man, what do I get my mom? Do I get her the same stuff? I mean, obviously she's getting followers, but like what else? It's like dads. You start at one point you should start giving them socks for some reason. I don't dads just get socks. Like what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Socks.
Yeah, man, fucking dad, fucking pack a six pack of Lee Nike socks. You fucking dumb.
Hey, but see, they don't even get Nikes, man. They get those generic Walmart
What you get? That's a
socks.
fucking Fruit of the Loom, you fucking
Uh,
mom.
right, what do you get your mom, man? A fucking bra? Like who does? Like no, man. Like, mom, what size are you now? What the fuck?
Get your mom, get your mom some chocolates and some shit.
Hell yeah. Dude, she would actually like those.
I give mom some Birkins.
Yeah,
Some
look at
Birkin
that.
sweats, right?
Yeah, give mom some Birkin, some Crocs or something.
Some fucking Gucci sliders.
Yeah, some bougie people like, yeah, I just got rid of my fucking Michael Kors. Nothing base, something slight, nothing major. It's Michael Kors fucking bag and shit, Gucci and shit. Not even, man. Do not expose your mothers to this pop culture shit, man. Next thing you know, you're gonna see your mom at the club and be awkward as fuck. I'm like, wow, yeah, man. So just do things for your mom that come from the heart. And I think I was listening, I forgot what podcast I was listening to, but they were talking about, and this is kind of a little controversial, but there's more holidays or more appreciation days for women than there is for men. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Things like even Valentine's Day, Sweeties Day, that's just it's just it's like steered or like directed towards women. And fucking like us guys, like what do we have? Like just fucking Father's Day or what? Don't tell me like Labor Days for men, because that's another bullshit. But like, just Father's Day. It's just so much. Maybe that's why we don't have any fucking ideas. At this point, we ran out because we're always like, okay, this day, this that day. We run out of ideas, so can't blame us. But yeah, it's a little controversial, but I thought I'd bring that up. What do you think, Trevor? You think we're as males are we unappreciated, which would tie into your conception of being an alpha? What do you think? As are we underappreciated in this society?
Was not.
Damn,
Are not.
damn, this is a super fucked up topic, touchy topic because
All right, let us know.
um,
Inform us.
I don't think women appreciate it. I mean,
Okay, so you think we are appreciated?
I think there's not enough notice for. I don't think there's.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I don't know how to speak on this. I would say, yeah, I would say there's, we're appreciated.
Okay.
I think we're getting a little devalued because
Devalued.
maybe men have not done some, maybe men have not done right things to women over the years.
They haven't, right.
It's happened a lot, whether it could be in the news, whatever. But I mean, the reason, in that being is because, men have not done great things in the past. So
But I would counter that. I hear what you're saying, but I can't counter that. I would say like, because the whole idea like chivalry is dead kind of shit. But I think it's like it's been suppressed because even nowadays, even if you try to be, I think the word is chivalrous, right? If you try to be a gentleman, it's like, you know, especially with feminists, it's like you can't do that shit. Even now, even in the workplace, if you're just trying to compliment the woman, you can get like popped off for sexual harassment just for a compliment, just for even opening a door could get you like fired or get you in trouble for so it's like, yeah, so how do we balance? I'm curious to hear from people. How do we alleviate this issue? Like, yeah, men have changed or whatnot, but it's like, can we even go back to those days, like when you watch those old films and shit, like the 1950s?
car doors for women.
Right. Still do. I always open car doors, and like it's crazy when women are like, what like, whoa, like, yeah, I just always been that way. I was always been taught that way. But it has never left me. But anyway, like, how do like when we watch those movies, yeah, like old movies, and like, yeah, man, opening doors and like walking on a certain side of the street, for women, and just being gentlemen. Like, can we even go back to that? Like without like getting in trouble. So I don't know. Just let us know what are your opinions on that. So how do you combat that, Trevor? Tell us something about you know, like I said, the summer is about here, right? It's right around the corner here in the city, in the windy city. Though it is the windy city, and it's just like this weather is it's just mind boggling, man. Like it'll be like so cold in the morning, and then in the evening is like fucking I don't know 70 degrees, 60 degrees.
So
But
that bipolar person's
there we go. It's a fucking bipolar person's weather. Perfect. Like in the morning I gotta be like wearing all my sweaters, and the night
it could be scorched like 80.
Mm-hmm.
Until you come in, it's like 40 degrees.
Exactly, man. So
that shit don't even happen in New York.
Yeah.
It'll be at 80 one day.
Right.
But it may go down to like 60.
Hey,
But
yeah.
it's not gonna go jump. It's not gonna jump fucking half of it. It's like
Right.
It's crazy. Here.
Right. Like make up your fucking mind, Chicago. Please make up your mind. But yeah, so summer's around the corner. And then restrictions are being, lifted up more and more. And then in Chicago, the I guess the end goal, or the final lift or a ban on these COVID restrictions is coming probably around July, they said. So, fingers crossed, prayers, whatever you want. Hopefully that happens so we can go to normality, right? What is normality? You just go back to something prior before COVID, obviously. And just for that fact, people can actually start, getting to know one another more. Maybe it's been hard during COVID,
find someone to connect with people,
Maybe your dating apps haven't been working, because of COVID. Who knows, man? But we have Travis here.
Hey, Travis.
Trevor here. Sorry,
You good?
and he's gonna give us what did I call what did I call you earlier? Trap House. That's his nickname, Trap House Trevor. So instead of saying Trap House Trevor, I said Travis. Like I just thought about it. The Trap House Trevor, he's gonna tell us how do we approach women? How are we gonna do it? Especially now, it's getting a little easier with the restriction. Question. I mean, it might I might be diversing, but is it what is how is the masks and dating? Just a random thought that came to me. The masks and or dating or picking up, chicks or
I think
how,
I think
how does that work?
I think the mask really dilutes what the person really looks like. I mean,
Okay.
you only get to get your nose is covered, the bottom of the face is covered.
Mm,
When a girl sees you and you go up to her,
yeah.
there's three main things that she looks for if she's going to choose. And I think this is an observation that I've noticed from just being around women and talking to women is they notice your face,
Okay.
take care of your face. It's got to be
Okay.
clear, taken care of. Could be some acne, the
I
acne's
try 'em.
and
Look at his
the
fucking
acne's
pimple.
but
Fuck,
you know what I
tell me
mean?
about it.
Got his big ass pimple. And I never fucking get pimples, dude. I never get pimples. Like, what the fuck? Like, look at this one. Look at this big ass. What is a dry out? So go ahead, Trevor. Sorry.
Yeah, please make sure you take care of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna separate you from
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of men because a lot of men, they don't know how to take care of their skin. They have breakouts, whatever.
Yeah.
Number two, I mean, it's gotta be your body, right? So me and Jimmy be in the gym a lot, so I mean, it's good to
Yeah.
have some muscle,
Right.
but look how they look like, cut, it can't go hurt because
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of guys out there
Yeah.
that don't take care of their body and they're
Yeah.
either,
Yeah.
fat or
Yeah. Although Trevor pointed out that my legs were looking a little thin earlier. He's like, man, he's like, I may need some glasses, Jimmy. Your legs looking small. I mean, yeah, we was working on all our body parts, and to my defense, genetics. But yeah, continue. Mhm.
the second thing would probably be what are you saying
Okay, there we go. That's that. That's the truth.
That
I figured, and a lot of people do know this by now, that it's your approach and how you talk to the opposite sex, right? How do you approach and you talk to them? That it could overshadow how you look, or it can overshadow your social economic stands where you're at financially and shit like that, right? So give us some tips, man. Go. How would you think how is it effective?
I mean, listen, girls are smart.
Okay, girls are
They,
smart.
they know guys are gonna be coming up to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't be saying, like I said, you can't be saying stuff like that every guy says. You
Can't be
gotta,
typical.
they're gonna know.
Okay.
And then all these people
Right.
online will be like
Okay.
these cheesy like
Right.
date doctors. Just like
What the fuck?
like
A
like
dick doctor?
yeah, like
What is a dick doctor?
or like date
Oh,
doctors.
it's a dick.
Yeah. Like
Like,
date docs
wow.
and stuff. You like there's this whole script you gotta memorize.
Yeah.
It's like
You
all
have it.
Right,
Fucking
like
I'm gonna say. Okay, before you go there, let me ask you. I think okay, let's go step by step in a way. Like, is there like should you even make it noticeable when you're approaching somebody, or is there a way kind of to creep your way in there, or is that weird?
it depends.
Yeah,
There's a
okay,
lot of factors. Right? You can play it to all your strengths, right?
play your strengths.
If you're in a club or a bar, there's kind of music playing.
Okay, Latin music playing.
You grab the seat, you try, and you grab the girl's arm, maybe, or you say you want to dance.
Mm-hmm.
There's many ways you can ease into this. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
just the main thing you gotta be confident, right?
Confidence is key.
Confidence. And those
Mm-hmm.
other things I said before, I'm gonna play attributes to your thing. They're
Mm.
not all that just, the
Yeah.
looks and the fucking, your face. There's a
Mm-hmm.
whole system of how this works, and that's why I'm describing it. So when you go up to the girl, you could say, you want to dance. Maybe it doesn't even have to be, what I would look.
Yeah,
This
bro.
This is what I do.
There we go.
If I'm going into
There we
a
go.
club or a bar,
Okay.
I'm I'm setting up a bunch of tryouts or
Mm.
you know,
Scoping,
you
right?
know,
Looking, you're
tryouts. You know, I
looking.
don't stay on the same girl because
Yeah.
if you're going into a club, you're not gonna meet a girl that's gonna want to be in a relationship. You're just gonna meet.
Okay.
You're gonna meet a lot of temporary girls.
Temporary.
And
Is that true,
I mean,
ladies?
there are outliers out there where you
Mhm.
will meet some girl. Maybe she does want a relationship, but
Mm.
most of the time, I mean, the people that go to clubs are just there to hook up. You know.
Look at that. So yeah, comment on that. Let us know DMs or whatever. Is that factual? Does that relate to you? Because I have heard that. I mean, I think I would agree with him. I could be wrong. I could change my mind, no problem. But I think I have heard there are some people that do go to clubs and stuff to find relationships, to think they find someone. Or I think I've heard people have have met the person that they're with, maybe even married through a club. But I think like what he's saying is true. The overarching like understanding is like, yeah, you're going there to hook up, like you're having drinks or you're just just partying or having a good time. And it's like I would say probably it's not an ideal place to find someone long term, like you know what I'm saying. But if you're offering an adventure, well, for sure, like you'll get it. But again, change my mind, let me know if that's factual or not. But those are some powerful insights, man.
Right. Honestly, too. I mean, I'm not hating on relationships. I think they're great.
Okay, make it clear.
You really learn a lot about yourself and the
Yeah.
other person. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm,
I'm just saying, if you go to clubs,
yeah.
you can have high expectations to gain a relationship out of it. And if you do,
Mm,
that's awesome. Congratulations. But
right.
it's just difficult.
Yeah, that's true. People meet people. People you meet people in different places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe someone had a bad encounter at the club. You meet this person outside or something. Whatever. And then there we go. Something sparks. Maybe this person like, this is my last day at the club. I hate clubs. They ruin my life. And then you just happen to come across that person. So I'm not knocking that either. Yeah, he's not either. He's saying, relationship a beautiful thing, but over like the overarching thing about clubs is like, yeah, you're going there to have a good time, right? So there we go. Is confidence. So I think you would say that confidence is key in your approach.
Your physical appearance too.
Mhm,
I mean, if you're a muscular guy,
mhm,
you're going to,
yeah.
girls like that you take care of your body
Nice.
and your face.
Let me ask
They
you,
find
Trevor.
that
Is it
attractive.
okay to go up to a girl and I'll do like a bicep?
You trying to sell some protein powder?
Hey, I'll give you some tip. Don't dye your hair blonde. This shit doesn't work. All right, just don't do it. And put on some glasses. But yeah, so yeah, you don't want to be. That's kind of douchey, right? If you go up and trying to bicep flex on them or what. You ever seen it happen? Have you done it? Have you done it?
It's douchey and it don't work.
Yeah, it will work. If at a club, it work. Don't try to pull that off at the library. Okay. And it would work at a club.
Or
Mhm.
or the soup kitchen.
Oh, I don't know who's picking up people at the soup kitchen, but go ahead. Go ahead, my friend. But yeah, yeah. So look, there we go. It might work. You gotta feel people out. You gotta feel people energy, right? If like type of girl, or if you're watching this, if you're a girl trying to approach a dude. Hey, let's talk about that real quick. Is that common still that girls approach guys too? And is it okay? What's the feeling about that? Is it cool?
I think most of the time these days guys really go up to girls, and it's just the way the whole spectrum of how we people
Mm,
exchange it's not at all what it usually. And I think girls are already going to clubs. They're already scared of not scared but just cautious of guys like you know being weird towards them or doing weird stuff. So they
right.
really got their guard up. So they're rather than them maybe going out for the guys, they rather the guys
Yep.
come to them. It's fine. You just gotta understand it. You will get rejected. That's just a part of the game.
There we go. Let's talk. So rejection is part of the game. And let me ask you, like, you got how do you handle how should we handle rejection?
See, like I'm giving a girl an opportunity to be part of my life when I go up to her, talk to
Okay.
her. I'm inviting you to be part of something that's
Something
really, really
special.
special.
There you
And if you want to be
go.
part of that, that's fine.
Yeah.
We got a whole freaking club of girls that want to be
There we
involved.
go. So what about the guy that, let's say, he goes up to like three girls, they all say no. and he's like, I'm gonna go sit down or bummed out. What would you what would you say to that guy?
Yeah, it depends. I mean,
Mm,
what's the guy bringing to? What he brings to him when he goes up
mm,
to the girl? You
okay,
know, I mean, I mean, I've seen that happen. I've seen guys go up to like
okay.
2 or 3 girls and get sent off,
Mm, yeah.
and they come out with like a girl that's hotter than all 3 of those girls.
Hey, look at that.
So
Is someone going through the breakup? No.
it's just it's just really it's just
Yeah.
persistency.
Yeah. You ever get one of those like they're ready to smell like they sense you coming up to them, they're ready like but before you even
Turn around.
Like
or
like
you've seen it. I'm not
like
saying I mean
like a
obviously you
girl's
try, but
like a girl's box like smells. Like what are you talking
no, like
about?
the she was like she smells damn. I see some ratchet things at the
Yeah.
club. I smells.
Shit,
No, but
fucking
like there's
fish
like
by
they
the
have these
bay.
senses. Like these girls have these senses, and then like even if he gets 6 feet, they already know. Oh, there's some dude is about to approach me. They got like eyes in the back of the head, like or their peripherals, and they're like
I,
turn around right away. Like, oh,
I
I
will
mean, I'm not saying that it's happened to you, but or have you seen it happen
I
to
will
someone?
admit that there's also alpha females out there.
Oh shit! All
So
right, alpha females.
it's even better
Look at that.
because they're in, it's
Mm-hmm. Fellas.
you know
There are no so but how do you feel about alpha females? Is that something that's like, oh, I want to conquer this mountain,
no
or is like, nah,
I
I
I'm
can't
very
do it?
respectful.
Oh, he's respectful.
Right,
All right.
I'm very respectful because
Mm-hmm.
they're legit a copy of me.
Hey, but so that wouldn't match then. You're saying that wouldn't flow?
No,
Like two alpha
no.
alpha
If you
female.
meet an alpha female
Hmm.
team, it's even better.
Oh,
Because
sick. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So
that's a
so you
challenge.
right. There's a challenge. It's like I want to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some
Even
hope.
that,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
that
Yeah.
if you are, if you even
Yeah.
get to like just have an alpha female just
Look at that.
around you, like
Get an
just
alpha
at,
female around you.
attention to you, that's amazing because
Yeah.
she
Watch this on YouTube, guys.
she treats normal guys like fucking options. And she
Options.
might even treat you like an option. So, you might have to,
You just gotta be okay with it.
you gotta
Come
know
on.
if you're
It's like
playing
just
for
handle
keeps
it.
or maybe she's bad,
Hey, but wouldn't you lose sleep like that, man? Like, man, like what? Like how would you be able to like manage for that when a woman is like that? Like you're an alpha, and then like, you meet an alpha female, and then just like it's just so much like pressure. Like the pressure is overwhelming.
I mean,
Like, man, what?
I
Like,
feel
how
like
do I keep this?
I mean, if you hook up, I hook up with an alpha female before, but then
Okay.
I just left. I didn't hit her
You
up.
couldn't handle it.
I didn't know. I didn't hit.
Okay.
I didn't hit her up. I
Look at
literally
that.
like kind of roasted her. And like a
Wow.
couple weeks after I stopped talking to her,
Yeah.
she actually ended up like trying to like find me and hit me up.
Wow.
So it's like this.
So
It's like handle it.
I don't know.
Because okay, so I'm trying to get like if okay, I in a way like if you give it too much, like you giving too much, then that's like when you become like how do I say it like a fuckboy in a way, like you get overpowered or like they or try to manipulate you in a way.
Well, you can't.
By the way, Trevor was up since 4 in the morning. He was up. He's speaking of experience.
I literally was in like
he,
I was in
he
a,
was
I was in an electric hotel till like
he was at the
2
he was at the that's the name of the club, right?
electric hotel. Yeah.
Electric Hotel.
Hotel.
But yeah,
Support.
literally like even alpha females they'll give you like a shit test. Like it's like I don't know. Describe a shit test. It's like
Yes, please do.
uh, say like you go out with like a group of girls, the following, one night, and
Pay attention.
Take notes.
the girl that you're talking to, the alpha female,
Okay.
she
Ricardo Villasenor.
We're getting a caller, guys.
She checks you about
Okay.
like you hanging out with the girls.
Mm.
That's a shit test.
Okay.
And that's when you dip.
Okay. So she checks you, you cut out.
Yeah, I mean,
Cut out, that's
yeah, control the situation. You cannot let her ever get control of the situation.
And for those just tuning in, he's talking about the alpha male.
Mm.
Okay, being alpha male, but you come across alpha females at some point, right? And then it's just too much. Like you have to, he said you have to control the situation if you choose to live this way. Obviously, everyone chooses differently. This man is giving us his interpretation and his advice on how, the summer's coming, on how to go out there, and find people, start connections, building and stuff like that.
And it's
And go
it's
ahead.
it's all it's all
Right.
about
Mm-hmm.
you. It
It's all about
really
you.
it really is. You
Tom.
understand that you're your own person. No one ever is going to be like you. So
Mm.
use that to your kind of like strength
Right.
and your confidence because
Mm.
people are especially girls are gonna like a guy
Mm.
who already knows he's bringing something that
Wow.
doesn't have
Is that right or is that right?
Women like guys who have something to bring to the table, confident, right?
Mhm.
They like confident men. So there we go. All right. So Trevor, man, has been great, man. It's just incredible to hear different perspectives. And it's great to hear, just all these conversations come to light. When we come together, this was about coming together and bringing these conversations to a whole new plateau, new audience, obviously more exposure. And we're gonna have a lot more to come, more shows. Trevor's gonna be joining us regularly, frequently. This man is part of Let's Talk with Jimmy the Coach. This a brand new podcast that we have, and we're gonna talk about relationships. We're gonna talk about what's trending in social media, man. It's all about that clout, right? Did we talk about earlier about the Logan Paul and Jake Paul and the whole Mayweather mess? So go ahead and check that out on YouTube. Hear our perspectives on that. My perspective is kind of out there, but so is Trevor's. That's why he's here. That's why our perspectives are unique and different when they're out there. And what do you guys think? What is your perspective on this whole Money Mayweather fight? I'm curious to hear. Go ahead and comment or send us a DM or whatever.
Hey,
And then go ahead.
hey, the real question is, what the hell is the under and over for betting on this fight?
The under over. Here we go. Hey, who's gonna lose? Who's gonna lose
I
this
swear to
jump
God,
change?
I swear to God, if this is
Right.
if Logan Paul is
Yeah.
the over,
Fuck no,
I'm
man.
not betting.
He's like, no, there's no money, but there's no money on the table for this one at all. But yeah, let us know your perspective on that. And we
About Mother's Day, make sure you make it special.
special. Let's not be routine. I know that on Father's Day, all you get your father is socks, but all right, let's change it. Right, for your mother, don't just get her some flowers.
What do you
It's a
get?
beautiful
What do
thing,
you
but don't just
get?
get her some
What
flowers.
are you getting your mom stockings?
I'm getting my mom some flowers, but I see this is why this show is for me too. I need to learn, I need to grow, man. I gotta be creative out there, man. Maybe I'm gonna go and make my mom a card, handmade, crafted. You know what I'm saying?
Shut your ass up. Like you got that enough creativity. You would
Like,
pay someone at fucking Hallmark to make it for you.
mom, I spent hours on this. All right, I spent a lot of time. There's a lot.
I spent a fucking whole century on making this car for you.
You know what? It's the thought that counts, right, guys? The thought that counts. I love my mom. I love you, mom. You're watching it. You will. And shout out to all the moms, all the mothers out there, man. Happy Mother's Day tomorrow and Monday. Happy Mexican Mother's Day. And until next time, guys, make sure you tune in every Saturday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's talk podcast with yours truly, Jimmy the Coach, and my man Trevor here is going to give us some more insightful stuff on dating, being an alpha, and just being a cool dude as he is. All right. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. I got a Facebook now, but don't really use that to
Relevant. But shout out to all
TikTokers. I think Trevor, do you have a TikTok? You're not on there yet. No, we're not on there yet. We're not on that level. We're not that cool yet.
Nope.
No, it's like no way. I can't. I don't get it, man. I don't know. TikTok what? I don't know. But anyway, and shout out to all the people on Snapchat. And guys, just stay cool, stay positive. Until next time, we love you all, and you know what it is. Peace.